How CBT training boosts emotional resilience and mental fortitude. Discover how CBT training can enhance emotional resilience, coping strategies, and stress management to build lasting mental fortitude and emotional strength. Building emotional resilience. How CBT training can help you cope better. Hey, have you ever felt like life just keeps throwing curveballs at you? And sometimes it's hard to keep your balance. Whether it's work stress, personal stuff, or just everyday challenges, it can wear down your emotional strength. I recently went through some cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT training, focused on emotional resilience, and honestly, it's been a game changer. I thought I'd share a little about what it's like, especially how it helps with psychological resilience and managing stress in a practical way. So, first off, CBT is basically about understanding the connections between your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. When you train in CBT for emotional resilience, it's like you're learning a toolkit of coping strategies designed to handle those tough moments when your emotions threaten to overwhelm you. Instead of just reacting, you learn to recognize negative thought patterns and gently shift your mindset to something more balanced and constructive. One of the best parts of the training was how it focused on stress management without making it feel like a chore. Stress is unavoidable, but how you deal with it makes a huge difference. The CBT techniques teach you to evaluate how you're interpreting stressors. Are you catastrophizing? Are you getting stuck in all or nothing thinking? When you notice those thoughts, you can actively reframe them, which takes a lot of pressure off your mind. It's also about building mental fortitude. Sometimes resilience is mistaken for just toughing it out, but it's really about flexibility, having the mental capacity to bounce back and adjust when life throws you off course. CBT lays the foundation for that by strengthening your emotional intelligence. You get better at recognizing what you're feeling and why, which is the first step toward managing those emotions wisely rather than being overwhelmed. Here are a few practical coping strategies that stood out to me during the training. Thought records. This is where you jot down stressful or upsetting events along with the automatic thoughts and feelings they bring up. Then you challenge those thoughts with evidence and more balanced perspectives. Behavioral experiments. Trying out different responses to situations that usually cause anxiety or frustration to see what works better. Mindfulness integration. Incorporating mindful awareness helps you stay grounded, notice your emotional reactions early, and interrupt negative patterns before they spiral. These tools don't just help you in the moment, they create ripple effects in your life. Speaking of ripple effects, there's a really insightful book called Ripple Effects Transforming Tiny Traumas that dives into how small emotional wounds can impact your well being over time and how CBT based approaches can support healing and resilience. If you're curious about how tiny traumas shape our psychological resilience and emotional well being, this book is definitely worth checking out. Building emotional resilience through CBT training doesn't happen overnight, but the steady practice of these skills really strengthens your emotional core. It's kind of like emotional strength training. The more you work at it, the easier it gets to handle life's ups and downs without feeling like you're crumbling under pressure. If you find yourself wanting more detailed strategies or stories about how tiny traumas can ripple through our lives, I highly recommend grabbing a copy of Ripple Effects Transforming Tiny Traumas. It's a solid resource for anyone interested in boosting their psychological resilience and emotional intelligence. Purchase the book now. It's a straightforward read packed with useful insights that'll complement any CBT journey. Overall, if you're looking to enhance your stress management skills, build mental fortitude, or just get better at understanding and regulating your emotions, CBT training for emotional resilience is definitely worth exploring. It feels empowering to know you can respond to life more thoughtfully instead of just reacting or feeling stuck. Thanks for letting me share this. I hope you get something useful out of it next time life feels a little overwhelming.